Easter Bank Holiday Rallycross here at Lydden Hill is done and in the can. Rounds 1 and 2 of the Motorsport UK British Rallycross Championship 5 Nations Trophy have taken place here at the home of Rallycross, and it was this man, Irishman Derek Tohill, and the reigning champion who dominated, taking a clean sweep on both days to win both of the Supercar finals. John McCluskey, fellow Irishman with his Honda Civic, a pair of second places, but there's been the usual trials and tribulations for so many of the competitors in a hotly contested doubleheader. Graham Rodemark's, he's not going to run away for long, I tell you. Tristan Ovenden, mate, a tough weekend. Firstly, let's just conclude it with a podium at home in a Rallycross supercar is always incredibly special. How do you feel right now in Park Fermé?
Absolutely, it's always very, very special, yeah. Yeah, amazing weekend for us in the end, because it's been dramatic, frankly, yeah.
Debut in the Polo yesterday, you had no test at all coming here, first laps in practice, the car looks very different setup-wise to the DS3 you're used to, so a lot of yesterday getting used to that, battling a few issues, and then last night you had we can tell, but we had an issue with the fuel tank, didn't you? Not prepared to run the car, with a question mark over it, totally fair enough. Back in the DS3, I guess this is like sitting in an old armchair, isn't it? How was it making that transition?
Well, I noticed how much else is going on in this, and how much you feel in this that you don't notice in the Polo. Having just got in that fresh after season off, all that, you think, oh yeah, it's rough and bumpy and you're trying to do stuff. Then you get back in this, and round Chessons and up to the jump, you know all about it in this. You're working hard.
But ultimately, the Polo looks like a good concept for you. You looked very good in it yesterday when it was going well, and that's the path forward for you.
Yeah, we were much closer to the two guys in front yesterday. Could easily have been third without that issue. So, and that's the idea, we just need to be a bit closer. So that's the idea.
And finally, like you say, it's been a tough weekend. So podium at home, Tom on the radio as normal. It's it doesn't get old, does it?
Yeah, honestly, for loads of reasons. Proper emotional weekend. We've struggled a bit. We've had drama with that. Obviously, got through that, and it's mega to be on the podium at your home round. Yeah, it's just amazing. Thanks so much for everybody that helps out. It's great.
Thank you, Tris. Well done, Tristan Ovenden. This means a lot to him. Now I'm going to grab him because he can't run away. Graham Rodemark, we're used to seeing you in World Championship paddocks around the world. You've been in this paddock quite a long time too. How has it been back working with your very good friend Tristan Ovenden, a pair of cars? You know this DS3 very well, don't you? So how's it been? Yeah,
it's been not too bad. Wasn't obviously planning on working on this one really this weekend, but that's what Rallycross is. We all know that things go wrong sometimes. Tristan was, lucky enough, or whatever the situation was, to be able to come back out today. And we've had plenty of trouble today, but he's had a good result at the end of it, really, so all very happy.
Been a bit of a battle, hasn't it? But I guess that's Rallycross in a nutshell, rolling with the punches and just dealing with what's in front of you.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the fun of it. Whether you're driving out there on the track and dealing with what happens out there, or whether you're back here in the paddock waiting to see what the next trauma is going to be. I think that's the fun of it, and that's why we all love it when we love it. So it's been really good.
And for you, you've succeeded at the various highest level in this, but back at national level in the British Championship, how much have you enjoyed personally being in a paddock, getting your hands dirty this weekend and being amongst it?
Yeah, I love it. I always have loved it. And, any Rallycross paddock is friendly, but these grassroots, back here in a national paddock, that really is where you get a real good feeling that everyone wants to be here, help each other out and enjoy themselves. Obviously, we're all here to do the best we can do, so there's that side of it. But, awesome to be back here.
Thank you, Graham. See you again soon, I'm sure. Let's just jump in here quickly. Julian Godfrey, wildly good pace yesterday. Clearly you found something with a DS3 over the winter, but today has been a bit of a cluster, really, hasn't it? You haven't had a clean run all day.
No, it's been a disaster all day. Firstly, I was a bit ambitious on the jump, overjumped the big jump and ripped the TCA out of the subframe. Broke the subframe, so ripped the wheel off and a lot of damage. So we got it out for Q2, and the spare drive shaft I put in there didn't have the right clip in there to hold it in, and that came out on Q2 on the first lap. So and took the water pipe out. So a lot of work to do for Q3. Got out for Q3, and then we lost power steering on the second lap. So we actually finished Q3, which we had to get into the final, and then finals going pretty well. And go doing the Joker lap, come past Steve Hill, and he did the Scandinavian flick on the normal track and spun me around. So a bit of a disaster away, but got full place, so got some points in the bag, which all helps.
Fair impact into the rear of Steve, that wasn't it? End of lap 2, I think. Did it do any damage?
No, it's just side contact. He hit my rear wheel. So the only damage on my car is the rear bit of blue paint on the rear wheel. So it's just when he done the Scandinavian flick, this back come out and took me out. So yeah, very unlucky. Not a racing incident, I believe, but they want me to show the footage, so we're up to the race control now.
Thank you, Ju. We'll see you in Mondello, no doubt. Let's just interrupt Derek Tohill talking to a few fans here. Derek, these are Julian's kids. Late entry into this weekend. I know it's been a big ask from both your guys and DA Racing to get the car ready after a bit of a torrid time at Mondello a few weeks ago. How much have you enjoyed driving this weekend at Lydden Hill?
Look, you always enjoy driving here. It's incredible. When it's going so well, it's actually almost difficult to enjoy at times because you're kind of going, this is too good to be true. And you're having to pinch yourself and go, never happens like this, ever. It's just always. So, look, yeah, it was to try and enjoy it was tough at times because you just thought, it's too good to be true. I remember Backrow getting a clean sweep up in Hell in Norway years ago, and I've never done a clean sweep, I wouldn't have thought. Certainly not at Lydden so yeah, do it at Lydden is kind of unheard of for me. So yeah, I'll enjoy these moments because may never happen again. So yeah, great weekend, team, unbelievable. Everything was just such a push, and a lot of them thought we wouldn't get here, and now they're all delighted we made the push. And so I think they all enjoyed the weekend. So on to Mondello. It's going to be a big event. Everyone's going to be practicing for Euros. Be interesting to see who comes. I'd expect some of the bigger European teams. Expect Ollie and Patrick to be there, getting ready for Euro, ready for that European event ourselves. So that's going to be a big race. Maybe you get people like Munich, or not sure, but new track, wrong way around. It's going to be interesting, but I will enjoy this event immensely for the next week or next few days until the next bit of madness. So thanks to the team, thanks to the organisers. Savage event.
Thank you, Derek. Well done this weekend. We will go on into the paddock. We've spoken to a few supercar drivers. What I'd really like to do is speak to Steve Hill, or at least look at Steve Hill's car, because that was quite some contact in the supercar final. If you didn't see it on the live stream, make sure you go back and watch that. The supercar final will be uploaded this evening as well as a single race for you to watch on both YouTube and Facebook. Let's have a walk up to Steve's truck. The car isn't there, but the team are. Their car is over here. Let's go and have a look at it, even if Steve's not there. We must reiterate as well that the supercar entry hasn't been its strongest for a number of reasons this weekend, but there are quite a few supercars in the wings. People like Colin Hanson, George Tracy unfortunately couldn't be here, Tom van der Heuvel. We know Nick Priddy's working on coming out as soon as possible as well, so that there are cars waiting in the wings, and for a number of reasons it hasn't been possible. Let's have a look at the wheel first tee. That's cooled down a little bit. Look at that. That is 5 laps of a trip around Lydden Hill, flailing on the back of a supercar. That wheel's for the bin. There's Simon Brown in the rear arch. Has done quite a bit of bodywork damage as well. Ben Hardy, RX150 driver. Gerald Nicholson's walking away from me, that he definitely doesn't want to speak, but it doesn't look so bad. What did it do, Ben? Let's just have a quick word.
The shock's gone, hub looks okay, and it's pulled a bit of the drive shaft, so maybe it ain't as bad as looking, but I think it'll be all right.
Good. And Steve wrestled that thing around for 5 laps in spectacular fashion. These cars are designed to deal with being repaired quickly, so while it looks dramatic, fortunately it wasn't worse in that Steve didn't go off with the issues, but that's a good thing. Hopefully Steve hasn't committed to what he's doing for the rest of the year, but he's definitely caught the bug back, I think, from having been in the rally car for a little while, so hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. Dan Swelling's here. That's very good. Dan, the boys didn't quite get your car ready in time with its conversion for Super Retro, but you've been driving the TNC Escort this weekend. How's it been?
It's been amazing. Honestly, the difference, this thing's like a spaceship, but I couldn't be happier because it was definitely safer for me to go out in this because, I mean, seeing how competitive it is, and this is built properly. And I think after driving this, we definitely got to put even more work into mine now. But yeah, it was amazing. It's just a great experience, and TNC made all of it happen. So hats off to them.
You dominated last year in Retro, you classed the field. Really, you had to step up if you wanted to have some hard battles, and it's a very different ball game up there at the front of Super Retro. How have you found that? Yeah. I mean, the competition is it's crazy. I mean, just the heats alone, and it's like the final. Every heat, that's the comparison for me. And trying to jump straight into it in this absolute monster is just it's great. It's a great feeling, but I think it's going to be very, very competitive, especially with Pat this year, because just great drivers as well. Brilliant, thank you, Dan. See you soon. The podium's starting in a minute, so I would get down there if I were you. I'm going to try and grab another word with. There he is. We're going to go properly behind the scenes now, because here's a man I want to speak to. Oh, there's someone else I want to speak to everyone. He won't want to speak to me, but he's going to have to anyway. Andy Grant. Sorry, Alan. Congratulations. So you turned up with that. When did you turn up with the Escort? Start of last year or the start of the year before?
Well, I actually started using it last year at this event.
Yeah, and I'll stop you there. After the test on the first day, you were going home, weren't you? Because it's not a supercar and you couldn't get your head around it and it just wasn't working for you. You've put so much work into this Escort to make it how you want. To win a final at Lydden Hill in Super Retro, how was that?
What a buzz. I did, like say, a year ago, what on earth have I got together here? And then I've done a lot of stuff and things to the car over last year, learning it and learning to drive it. But beep out there, what a race. It's fast racing. And to win yesterday, can't believe it. Loads of texts on my phone and I can't just believe it, old fart like me.
And it's those sort of moments that we all are part of this for, isn't it? I saw you celebrating in the paddock. It's a real drug you can't give up, isn't it?
Well, I've always said motorsport is a disease, and once you've got it, it's hard to get rid of it. But you got to work at the car all the time and work hard to do it, and have family or friends or whatever to help you along, because it's a lot to do. But anyway, hey, you can tell I'm still happy.
I can tell. Well done, mate. We're delighted for you. One of the paddock's good guys is Andy Grant. I just saw a Charlie French. I'm going to have to run over here quickly because he's trying to hide. Charlie French. I don't really want to speak to you, but I want to look at your overalls. Dermot Carnegie Tierney hasn't caught up yet. Dermot Carnegie Most. But this is the retro category, but these are proper, genuine period retro overalls.
Hand-me-downs.
Of course, you worked with Dermot in the past, and the overalls that you've dug out of your bedroom or something. But how's it been working for someone else this weekend in the car that you've won with the last couple of years? It must have been a bit strange, but how have you found it?
It was a bit strange, but Dan's done really well, and it was a bit nerve-wracking at first, but he's been within himself all weekend, and brought it home all in one bit. We haven't looked too hard yet, but it's all in one bit. That's the main thing, and got a podium.
You've been here a long time, haven't you? You're well used to being fully involved. It's been different for you driving. What's the buzz like seeing your driver get on the podium after a big effort from all of you guys this weekend to teach Dan and to keep improving the car every time?
It was a big effort. It was a last-minute as fucking normal. Sorry for swearing, but classic. It's been a different buzz. Like I said, still nervous, but it all comes together in the end, and that's what makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Thank you, Charlie. Hopefully we'll see you soon, and we'll see you back in a car sooner rather than later. Charlie hasn't actually renewed his licence so that he doesn't get tempted to drive, but you can do a licence renewal very quickly, so let's see how long it lasts for him not competing. Let's have a quick word here with Stuart Emery, who had brilliant pace yesterday. Stu, I know you had a problem last night with clutches and stuff. A lot of people helped you out. Just talk us through your weekend from your point of view.
Yeah, it's proper been a roller coaster this weekend. Yeah, yesterday with the new engine and transmission we had, pace was brilliant, really good all day. Had 2 qualifying wins, won the semi-final. And then we found, as we were going out to what we thought would be the final, the clutch was dragging. So managed to get that changed overnight. but we had to use a different flywheel that had a slightly different trigger setup. So we ended up taking some ignition out of the map just to protect it, and that's really sort of cost us today. And then we had a mechanical in the semi-final. Broke the link arms, folded under the diff, took the brakes out, and that was that. So that's day over.
You've been at this game a while. You have these, don't you? But I guess the highs of realising how beneficial the updates to the engine motivate you massively.
Yeah, as you say, we've been in it a long time now, so I've got to make sure that I remember the good parts of this weekend, not the last bit, which was the disappointing bit. So yeah, we've unlocked the pace in the car. I've been driving well all weekend. I've got to carry that on now to the next round.
Because it's hard, isn't it, when you go home with your mates and you're back in the workshop eating pizza and trying to rebuild the car. When it's ended on a downer, it's hard to get it off the trailer and find the motivation, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think what I normally do is this week I won't touch the car. Come back next week with a fresh head. The disappointment will have gone, and I'll be on to thinking, right, what do we need to do to make it better, improve it, and that's what we'll do. So.
Watch some live streams from yesterday. It'll help with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I may well do that with a whiskey or two.
Cheers, Stuart.
Cheers,
thank you for that. Let's try and get back to the podium quickly and see who's there. Lots of Swifts as always. Everyone pretty much is down at the podium now, so we'll have a quick wander down. This is the Swift area, as per. This is the cross car area. And if they're in the middle of the podiums, perhaps we should wrap up, but we will try and grab someone to finish with. People are packing up quickly. What time is it? Been very efficient today. 5:20, and people are ready to hit the road. Stuart Emery's been called to the podium. I think we've maybe delayed that a little bit. I'm afraid, who can we grab a quick word with? There's a driver we can grab a quick word with. Kaden Harris, your step up from juniors this year. Just firstly, overall, what's it been like in the cross car this weekend?
Well, it's definitely been fun. Taking literally a completely different step up to the cross car. With rear-wheel drive, it's been super fun to go sideways. And yeah, it's definitely a change in speed. But joining the other juniors on the grid, where we previously raced in the Swifts together, it's been really good fun. I've been getting quicker every lap, so it's been constant improvement, and I've really enjoyed this weekend. And I'd like to say thank you to Dan, who worked on my car, and the Life Live team. Unfortunate how it ended, being taken out. It was quite a big impact, but I'll have a warm bath tonight and I'll be ready for work tomorrow.
And I know you were doing this as a bit of a one-off. Plans for the rest of the year at all?
Hopefully I'll see how much money I can get together, and with some help with Grandad and Dad always supporting me, I'm hoping to be able to compete in some of the Lydden Hill races and constantly improving the cross car. More of a play year this year, but just going to see how it goes and hopefully can commit properly next year.
Thank you, mate. Well done. Always important to get that experience. I'm sure Grandad Steve Harris will be investing in him again at some point. These two go back a long way. Pat Doran.
I'm off. Yeah.
You're not.
You've got to get personal in.
You've done a lot of winning at Lydden Hill in the past. I know things are quite different now. You're so focused on trying to improve everything that happens here and with the British Championship that driving is an afterthought sometimes, isn't it? But to win at home in Super Retro, which is so fiercely competitive, how was that?
I feel a tear coming. Just the way you said that. I've now realised what I've done. Fantastic. No, in all seriousness, we've worked so hard. We thought we came in to think this would be easy. We've done this. We've done supercars, RS20. You've done it. A two-wheel drive Escort. Piece of... Anyway, so it's been 2 years of absolute frustration. My poor son has worked tirelessly. He's out in Sweden at the moment, putting about 100 WhatsApps into everyone, WhatsApping what the setup is. So the whole team, all the boys, this has been fantastic for everyone. Love you all, and at least it's not trying to kill me so much now.
I think you've been called to the podium, so is that right?
I think you've been called to the podium.
Yeah, he's been called to the podium. Steve Harris, never far away from Pat Doran, and cajoling him onto the podium. Cheers, Steve. Let's try and grab someone else. Let's have a sneak through here quickly. I feel bad about delaying people when they're doing something else. Don Flitney, you're not running away, mate. Don, I want to speak to you because you've not been around a while. You haven't raced your supercar for a little bit, but now you've got a whole new busy world going on, running your kids in junior cross car and being part of this junior cross car movement. How is it on the other side?
A lot more stressful than I thought, actually. Worse, 2 times. So, no, a good day, a lot to learn. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this championship grows, to be honest.
You're putting huge effort in, aren't you? I know your daughter Jess is in a different car to what she would normally be in, but yeah, how is it going?
Yeah, we're just finalising Jess's car at the minute. So, thanks to Adrian at LifeLive for letting us borrow the TN11, which has been great fun. But this is our last drive in that now. So, Mondello Park, they'll be all in TM5s. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Long-term plans for yourself as well?
Yeah, I want to get back in the car, obviously. Yeah, Volvo sits at home. It wants to come out. So it's in the pipeline.
We want it out as well, Dom. So hopefully you will be back sooner rather than later. Let's grab one more person, another local to Lydden. He's right here. He's done a lot of winning in the last couple of years. Not so much this weekend. Max, I know you love driving the Swift. You've been back this weekend. How's it been?
It's been great fun. The new guys are fantastic. The sport and the cars are still amazing. It's been a pleasure. We didn't have a great day. It all went a bit wrong, but these things happen to motorsport, and it's still awesome Swift. It's still a great class. It's still very accessible, and I think more people should get into it because it is so possible to make that happen for yourselves. The car's been sat in the garage for 3.5 years. She came out. I think she did be proud, quite frankly. So yeah, more people, more Swifts, more cross cars, quite frankly, personally.
And I think Ben Williams proved that today. A home win on his debut weekend. It is possible to come in and if you keep your head and drive well, you can achieve because it is a totally level playing field.
Yeah, absolutely. And that what makes that car so accessible is you can pick it up that quick. And the fact that he's been on himself so proud, able to pick up speed so quickly and learn that car and this track all together. Absolute privilege. And the 3 of them all together, the top 3, amazing guys. They picked it up so fast. I all of a sudden was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to find another couple tenths somewhere. How am I going to do that? So it was an absolute great day, absolute great weekend, quite frankly. And yeah, more Swifts, more cars, more. Everybody should be able to get on the grid, and Swift is definitely an option that you can make that possible for yourself, for sure.
Thank you, Max. What a great advocate Max Weatherly is for Rallycross in general. Right, the podium ceremony goes on. It's been a great weekend of Rallycross here at Lydden Hill. Mondello Park is the next double header at the end of May. Keep an eye out on the social media because there'll be plenty of news coming for that. And watch the Supercar final when it is posted later on Facebook because it was really very good indeed.